In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Our IGCSE students have done just that. Welcome back to another episode of the GIIS podcast, SmartCast. My name is Bhavika Gupta and I shall be hosting this episode. Today we will be having with us Purujit Bhat, who has scored exceptionally well with A stars in all 9 subjects. Purujit's ravenous appetite for learning is allied with sincerity, dedication, and hard work. His academic achievements are a product of his teachers' guidance and the interesting modules used by the teachers in class. Apart from being an academic performer, he is an eminent public speaker who was the winner of RWCC Turncoat 2017 and Quality Circle presentation in 2018. Purujit has emceed for numerous GIS events and has developed his public speaking skills along the way. He also is an ardent lover of books and has an intense fervor for writing, theatre, and literature. Given his diversified interests, Purujit attempts to make the best use of the opportunities provided to him, and he wishes to evolve as a holistic individual. Welcome, Purujit. We are all very eager to know how you achieve such excellent scores. So let's get on with the questions. Were these the results you expected, and what was your reaction to these fabulous scores?
Thank you for that warm introduction. I didn't really know what to expect from my results, considering the fact that I had my own share of highs and lows over the course of 2 years. My score wasn't really constant. However, my parents and teachers did give me a sense of assurance that my hard work of the 2 years would definitely pay off. I would say that the time was really exciting and enthralling. The result had issues at that time. The day the results came out, I had a few issues with my login ID. So a few teachers had to come and give me the results orally. So that was quite overwhelming. My heart raced as I scrolled down each and every subject and tried to make sure that it was definitely an A star and not something else. After getting to know that I had scored 9 A stars, everyone was really excited. My friends around me, they were all really excited. I called up my grandparents and parents and told them everything, and they were really overjoyed. They were very overwhelmed. I would say that I shouldn't have taken too much stress and anxiety at that point of time because I really stressed everyone around. However, the satisfaction and joy that I felt at the end really compensated for the anxiety. So I'm really happy for the results that I've scored, and it's definitely a product of my teachers' hard work and dedication.
Wow. So you did not exactly expect your results, but you still have scored wonderfully. I'm sure everyone must be wanting to know how you prepared for the exams. Please let us know the secrets of your achievement.
I don't think I have a specific formula or something, but I guess the mantra that I really had on it really boils down to the idea that I was really sincere and dedicated to all my assignments and homeworks. Unlike others, I really gave preference to even this cyclic tests because I really knew that these cyclic tests just assess you based on 2 to 3 topics. So you can really get into the depths of those 2 to 3 topics and you're assessed based on those. I made sure that I understood everything in the class. I wrote quite good notes and I referred to them during the exams and made sure that I didn't really miss out on anything. Other than that, this is something I don't think many people did, was I referred to a lot of educational modules, resources, internet, magazines for a lot of extra knowledge during what you call as the no exam time, so that I could really get into the depths of every subject and get to know the finer details. I love reading the sciences, so I'm anyways, interested in all of this. However, if you see that approach really floods you with ample of knowledge about the sciences. However, in IGCSE, it's important that you align your knowledge to the requirements of IGCSE. So towards the end, as I revised, I kept my syllabus aside and made sure that I covered every single pointer laid down by IGCSE. I made it a point to really note down all the questions that came off as difficult or something that I thought I couldn't do. And I made note of all those questions and their answers. I also did something that's like called mark scheme notes. I really made sure that I made notes out of mark scheme because, for example, if it's a 3 mark answer, you tend to write only 3 points for it, but your mark scheme would definitely have around 8 to 10 points. So I made sure that I'd made a note of all the other points as well, so that in exams, if I tend to forget one of the 3 points, then I can refer to the other points. But I guess with sincerity and dedication, I guess that really helped me sail through these 2 years. And yeah, I did achieve the score that I wanted to.
I'm in awe of your sincerity. Who all do you think played an integral part in your success, and what role was played by your parents and teachers?
I guess I would contribute the majority of my success to my parents, my grandparents, teachers, and friends. My parents and grandparents really motivated me to better myself with every exams. They really propelled me to work better. My parents planned surprise dinners, family hangouts to malls, movie theaters, etc., just to make sure that my mind was fresh and I was never really burdened by the anxiety of exams and the plethora of syllabus I had to cover. They really alleviated my anxiety as much as they could, and they made sure that I never fell back, always making sure that my confidence and morale was always uplifted with their positive attitude. Even after repeated failures, especially in English, I guess my parents really motivated me to do better. Having said that, my teachers made the classes really interesting, and that really grew my understanding of all the subjects that I'd taken. My teachers patiently answered all my silly questions that kept interrupting the class. They really made sure that I worked on my weaknesses and I was never demotivated. They never let me underestimate my potential, and I guess they really made sure that I kept moving forward. Whenever I felt low, my teachers were always there for me, especially as I'm already mentioned for English. The paradigm shift from India and the CBSE curriculum to mid IGCSE was quite overwhelming, and I felt that I was betrayed, about the content that I had to cover, especially the standards of English that had changed. My teachers really gave me that direction and guidance that I required, and I got a really high score in English towards the end, and I developed a sense of interest towards the subject. My group study sessions with my friends were fun. It really allowed me to perceive that same knowledge from multiple perspectives. We really tested each other's understandings and made sure that all of us were really thorough with our concepts. So I guess all of these people have played a really major role in my success, and I cannot thank them enough.
Oh, I'm sure your friends and parents and teachers have played a really important role. What do you think are your strengths and weaknesses, and how did you manage to overcome them?
I would say that my biggest strength is dedication and passion for anything I do. Alongside being quite sincere with my schedule, I'm really organized, which is something that I really like. I make sure that the environment I study in is would definitely make me be productive. It would definitely, extract the best out of me. I was really sincere with all my assignments, all my homeworks, made sure I took good notes, and really made sure that I had an interest for the process of learning. Because of my sincerity and interest, I willingly put in my effort and didn't really pay heed to any distractions that came my way. However, I guess my biggest weakness would be the idea that I really get demotivated if I fail to meet up with my expectations. If at all I end up underperforming, I guess that really pushes my morale and esteem down. My parents and teachers are always the one that motivated me to do better. However, it's important that I motivate myself as well. Of course, procrastination is another weakness that I guess everyone faces. However, over time, with the gloss of maturity, you really understand the importance of being on time. I didn't really set unbelievable schedules for myself. I didn't really set weekly schedules. I made sure that I had daily schedules so that I made sure that I knew how my day would look like from the morning itself. The time I woke up, I would really set my day as to how it would look. I really took up failures constructively towards the end, and that really, motivated me and pushed me to do better. As for the procrastination aspect, I cannot thank my parents enough. They really made sure that all my distractions were kept aside, especially my mobile phone. And they made sure that I set achievable goals and, I was up to date with all my work. So, yeah, I guess if you're really passionate about your dreams and you have a real zeal for your dreams and love for your dreams, I guess you're motivated to do better. You will put in your effort. And if you love your subjects, I guess it's all well.
Wow. So once again, your sincerity is amazing. Since you managed to not only find an excellent balance between your extracurriculars and academics and also produce impeccable performances in both, do you mind telling us how you did this?
So I would say that to strike a balance between your academics and your co-curriculars, it's important that you have an interest for your co-curriculars. I had a passion for public speaking, debates, writings. I also took up a sport like swimming, and I attended numerous workshops. So, by wanting to attend these activities and really enjoying these activities, that motivated me. Because I wanted to participate in these activities and give my 100% to those, I guess I had to procrastinate less. So if to have to strike a balance, you need to have an interest. I had that interest for both my academics and co-curricular, so I was willingly able to put in effort into it. I realized that due to my excessive interest in co-curriculars, I had begun to procrastinate less, and I managed my time for academics and co-curriculars. I took up the extra co-curricular activities in such a way that it really alleviated my workload stress. Because I found those refreshing, I never really went the extra mile to satisfy my extracurricular needs. The willingness that I had really helped me to put my 100% for both. And because of my interest, again, it caused me to procrastinate less. And because of my organized schedule, I guess that really helped me strike a balance between the two.
So your interest motivated you in this. Were there ever times where you felt like giving up because of the stress? If so, how did you deal with that?
Of course, I had numerous occasions where I felt stressed, overwhelmed, and overworked because of the plethora of syllabus that I had to cover. However, I did realize that my parents and teachers really helped me combat that stress. Alongside that, as I said, um, reading and writing really helped me channel all my anxiety and stress. Towards the end, during my prelims, I really took up meditation. I took up walks with my friends to really have to refresh my mind because I really had that urge to refresh my mind and just be prepared for the work that I had to do. But other than that, to manage stress, I guess if you really plan out things and if you don't overwhelm yourself with everything towards the end, I think that really helps. I took up my assignments during the no exam time really well. So I guess it didn't really give me a lot of anxiety towards the end. I sat down in my free time, especially to take up things that would really allow me to plunge deeper into my subjects. So I really had a basic idea of every subject alongside the finer details right from the beginning. So in the end, I just had to revise and, just get back the concepts and just have a stronger grip on it. So the stress that I had was really, I really had to combat it with my extracurriculars, my reading, writing, and yeah, my parents and teachers who helped me sail through these 2 years with with less stress, I would say. But yeah, I was overwhelmed. I would not deny that.
So one of the factors for your amazing results is the fact that you started preparation really early before exams.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Um, I don't really know where I would see myself. I would definitely want myself to be an intellectual, a selfless, and an honest person. I would really want to contribute something or the other to the society, especially in terms of animal rights. I really want to become an animal activist. But other than that, for my professional life, I guess I really love biology. So I would definitely do something related to that subject. Other than that, I wish to write a few books and publish a few books because I want to become an author as well. So I guess, yeah, I would want to do something related to biology, but I would also want to keep my reading and writing skills intact and possibly, write a few books.
Well, if you write some books, I would be very eager to read them. The last thing I would like to ask you on behalf of all of us here at GIS is that what advice would you give us?
I would say that it's important that you trust yourself and your capabilities. Distractions will come your way. There will be time where, a lot of people will try to distract you. Your devices will distract you. However, it's important that you do not pay heed to any of these distractions and you just give away all your distractions to like make sure that your parents have a control over these distractions because it's important that you take some time off to TV, mobile, etc. I would really say that, but other than that, it shouldn't come in between your academic life. Having said that, give importance to all your exams. I've noticed that most of the people just give importance to their prelims and semesters and just forget about the CTs because it's just 10% of your actual score. Have a proper schedule, plan your things out carefully, and just spread them out over the course of 2 years. Do not overwhelm yourself at the end of the 2 years when your prelims are just, there. And we have back-to-back exams. So you cannot go through every concept with every finer details towards the end. So it's important you do that towards the beginning and you just revise and do past papers at the end. Finally, I would like to say that find a motivation factor in your life. Find something that really motivates you to go better, to go the extra mile and do better. Other than that, listen to your teachers, take good notes, and don't give up. Hold the vision and trust your process and really chill and enjoy it. That's all I would like to say.
Thank you, Purujit, for your time and inspirational words. You've truly motivated us all and shared with us some great advice.
Thank you for having me here.
It was a pleasure to have you here. I also thank all of you for listening to the GIS podcast, the Smartcast. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Be sure to follow us on SoundCloud/GIS Smartcast. If you have any suggestions for our future podcast, please feel free to write to us. This is Bhavika signing off.